Lesson 3, Factoring Polynomials. And the way you factor polynomials is basically you look at this binomial, for example, and you ask yourself, can I factor out a number from the first two terms? And the answer would be 7. I can factor out a 7 because 7 goes into 49 7 times, and 7 goes into 35 5 times. So 49x divided by 7 will give you 7x. And then negative 35 divided by 7 gives you negative 5. So that's your answer there. The next problem, I asked myself, what can I factor from 5 and 2 other than the number 1? The number 1 we usually don't care, okay, for these types of problems. So basically here I cannot factor out a number from both of them. So basically this is called prime. Now on the next problem we're going to take a look that we not only can factor out numbers, we can factor out letters. So here, what can I factor out a letter? Yes, they have a z in common, so I can factor out a z. Now how many z's depends on the smallest exponent. Between the two terms I have z to the second as the smallest exponent, so that means the biggest amount of z's that I can take from each term is z to the second. So in other words, z to the third divided by z to the second becomes z to the first. Z to the second divided by z squared equals negative 1. And that's my answer. Alright, let's go to the next one. Next one we ask, what can go into 3, 15, and 9? And the answer is 3. And can I factor out an x from each one? Yes. How many x's can I factor out? Well, the smallest exponent is 2. So now 3 divided by 3 is 1. X to the fourth divided by x squared is x squared. Negative 15 divided by 3 is negative 5. X cubed divided by x squared becomes x to the first. And you usually don't have to write the 1 over here. And the last one, let me just move the paper a little bit so you can see it. It would be 9x squared divided by 3x squared. 9 divided by 3 is 3. And the x squared would cancel. So let me reduce a little bit. Here we go. That way you can see all the problems. So if you notice, 9 divided by 3 is 3, and the z x squared divided by x squared cancels. Okay, now we're going to go to problem number 5. In problem number 5, we're going to ask, what can I factor from all 3 terms? And I can factor out negative 2. Usually we want to factor out a negative when there's a negative at the very beginning, because we always want that first number to be positive. So we'll put a negative 2. And we can also factor out a b from each term. And it will be b to the first because the smallest exponent is b to the first. Alright, so as we factor negative 2b, we get negative 12 divided by 2 is 6. B cubed divided by b is b. 10 divided by negative 2 is negative 5. B squared divided by b is, I'm sorry, I forgot the 2 over here. B cubed divided by b is b squared. 10 divided by negative 2 is negative 5. B squared divided by b is b. And then negative 2b divided by negative 2b is 1, positive 1. Okay, let's go on to the next one. What is the biggest number that goes on 18, 9, and 27? The answer would be a 9. Can I factor out an x? And the answer is yes. They all have x's, and they all have x to the first. So I'm going to factor out x to the first. For the y, I can factor out a y as well, and the smallest exponent will be a 3. Alright, now that I decided what to factor, I open my parentheses, and 18 divided by 9 is 2. X divided by x cancels, so the x is gone. Y to the 5th divided by y to the 3rd would be y to the 2nd. 9 divided by 9 is 1. The x cancels. And the y to the 4th divided by y to the 3rd is y to the 1st. And our last term is 27 divided by 9 is 3. The x will cancel. The y to the 3rd will cancel with the y to the 3rd. So this will be my final answer. Okay, last problem. As I look into this, there's no number that goes into 8, 20, and 27. But I can also factor an a, because that's my smallest exponent. And I can factor a b to the 3rd, because that's my smallest exponent for b. So 8 divided by invisible 1 is 8. A squared divided by a is a. B to the 4th divided by b cubed is b. Negative 20 divided by 1 is negative 20. A cubed divided by a is a squared. And b cubed divided by b cubed, the b cancels. 27 divided by a is 27. And a cancels, b cubed cancels, so I'm left with 27. Okay? So this concludes lesson number 3 of factoring polynomials. Thank you very much for your time, and have a great day.